Hi everybody, welcome back to another edition of You Don't Know DACC Wednesdays. This is Kristen, Recruiter Kristen, or the DACC Lady as you call me, and I'm here today with George Hickman, who is the head of the Sustainability Program here at DACC, and we're in the awesome greenhouse that we have here on campus. So George, I'm just going to ask you a question and just roll with it and talk about whatever you want with sustainability.
Sounds good.
Tell us a little bit about your program here at DACC and what it encompasses.
When a lot of people think sustainability, they kind of think of environmental science or just ecology, and sustainability really deals with how we're going to move into the future and sustain our current culture, indefinitely. And so involved with that isn't just environmental science and ecology. We have to worry about the social dimensions of sustainability. How do we look out for the underrepresented or the poor in our culture, those who need to move up? How do we look at the economy? If we aren't having sustainability in our economy, people have good incomes, if we aren't creating new jobs and sustaining those that we have, then we can't sustain our culture into the future. So oftentimes sustainability isn't telling people, use less gas or put in solar panels. That may be one little aspect, but it's helping people develop greater efficiencies, whether they're using a new technology to use fewer inputs to make that same product, or whether they're putting in new light bulbs. It's about the bottom line, whether it's your personal life and making the rent, or whether it's a big company saying how do we grow our company or make new employees.
Well, with that, how can people in their own individual lives, how can they be sustainable? What are some things that we can do on a smaller scale, obviously?
Well, that's a huge question. It all comes down to like our everyday decisions a lot of times, and just where can we make the biggest differences. And a lot of times that's expensive, and it's hard for your average person to make those big goals. So a lot of times we think of leaders in the industry to make those choices, but on a personal scale, it can be how we spend our dollars. Oftentimes, that's one of the best things. Whenever you're spending $1, you're kind of supporting someone in the way they do business. So if it's food, you can support people who raise animals the way you feel is the way animals should be raised, maybe with more care. Or if you feel that you like the big scale, you can do that. So just kind of vote with your dollars. That's one thing. If you like green cars, like you want a new Tesla or even maybe a used vehicle, then you can invest that way. Or if you believe in recycling and reusing, you can fix up an old 40s car, things like that.
Awesome. I never.
It also, I'm kind of doing what I was guilty of accusing others of and saying it's environmental science and ecology. It's also about like helping out our neighbors. That would be a social dimension, sustainability. A lot of times in our culture where we're so computer ingrained now and we're not getting out. Just going out and talking to your neighbors and see if they need help getting groceries. Run to the store for maybe an older couple or people, or if someone's poor and they need a short-term loan, or help finding a job, or getting a lead on education. Those type of things are sustainability. Putting in community gardens for housing projects, or volunteering your time at a soup kitchen, all of those are.
Well, I would never think of a lot of that being sustainability, but the way you put it, it makes sense that it would fall under sustainability. So thank you for explaining that. I'm sure a lot of us out there, I didn't know anything like that, but that's awesome.
Yeah. So, a lot of, if you think about who's engaging in sustainability more than anybody else in your cultures, obviously we all are individually, but business managers and business consultants are a lot of the people who study sustainability. Because, how can I produce the same number of widgets using less electricity, less dollars? Mm-hmm. And so new technology is a big secret. So engineering is another aspect of sustainability. Just learning to use new materials, new processes, new plant build-outs, just to do what we've been doing before, but do it better.
Fantastic. So with DACC, what are some of the classes that you offer here at DACC with sustainability for those who are interested in getting involved and want to learn more about it?
Well, we start out with kind of the groundwork of the 3 pillars of sustainability: social science, economics, and environmental science. So intro sustainability kind of teaches you those 3 pillars on a basic level, teaches you a little bit about green technology, about social engineering and politics. After that, ecology is one of the next courses, and that really builds up your life science and chemistry skills, so that as you go on and develop your skills in other classes, you really have that strong scientific foundation to go on. Natural resources management is in economics, and politics class. It's a little bit more math than some of the sustainability students works, but it goes back to, a lot of sustainability is spreadsheets and crunching numbers. So that we look at like margins, analysis, pathway construction as you design like a factory, things like that. Another class I'm excited to roll out next year is one of the finishing classes for the sustainability program, which is Illinois Natural History.
Awesome.
Where people will go out and they'll learn about our community history. So how was Danville founded? Who founded it? What did the local farmers do? What are our local soils like? What are the different ecologies? So they'll learn about the local forests, the local wetlands, all our local rivers, and then they'll go and learn every animal from the trees down to little worms in the soil. And in doing so, the hope is with the course you'll develop a greater appreciation for Danville and the surrounding area, so that then as you build a business or even just live your normal life here, you have a greater incentive to contribute to Danville. A lot of people are down on Danville because, it's struggling. But the more we have our heart in something, the more we can help it. They always say that you take care of what you love, and so if you learn about Illinois and Danville, hopefully we'll take better care of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, and with this program, is it a transferable program? For those students who may be, hey, I want to do sustainability, but I want to take it further after that.
Yeah, we're working on transferring, having 2 years here to where you can go and transfer for your 4-year bachelor's
Awesome.
in sustainability.
Good. Well, is there anything else that you would like to say about the program before we wrap it up?
One side tangent to the program is we're developing cultivation and compliance. Illinois just legalized the cannabis industry. It's a touchy thing for a region like Danville, which has been heavily impacted. A lot of people had their lives dramatically changed. This program is to try and give those people who have maybe themselves or their family have just had their life derailed. There's dollars available for their education, for starting new businesses, which really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Very rarely does the government ever offer any money to help start a business because it's such a high risk. So it's a very unique thing, and the government sees it as these individuals will be paying $40,000 a year in licensing fees. So a small investment in people who might have already given a lot of money to the government might pay off. And to see people like who are living in the projects now own their own farms, their own businesses, is really powerful social equity, which is part of sustainability. Like right now we have a lot of equality, but due to the country's history, we don't have a lot of equity. How do you start a new business if your family has for 5 generations not had a business? How do you get out of a bad cultural loop where maybe you've had too many run-ins in the law, which was maybe unjustified. So
I know we're going to be offering something like that. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I learned a lot. I'm sure everybody out there learned a lot. So if anybody has any questions for George, please drop a comment in the comment section down below. We'll definitely get to it and he can answer it. But also, if you want more information, please reach out to DACC and George will be able to answer those questions for you and hopefully get you into the program. So thank you so much for joining us today and we'll see you next Wednesday.